Yeah. Oh man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Salute, 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 salute. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power, peace and power. Rob Williams, what's up? What's up? Strictly, what's up? What's up? Salute, Todd, peace, peace. What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hmm? Dewan, what's good? Hold on, hold on. Got on my canary drip. Got on my English laundry. So all my Brits, the UK. If you're in the spot, I told you I need to know what's going on with this UK English laundry. What's going on with the canary drip? What's going on, T? How you, T? I know you ready. I done saw you. Fine as can be. Sweet white Jesus. Let's get it on. Let's get it popping. How's everybody doing? I'll tell you one thing. Joel L. Salute, salute. It's cold. Can't be on here long. Why? Where you going? Where you going, Todd? Where you going? You always moving. Where you going? Better than those who put money in the Bitcoin. Hey, listen, I've been telling y'all about that, Rob. I've been telling, not y'all, I've been telling them about that. Todd, where you going? Where you going? Come on, come on. You always trying to scurry off somewhere. It's 10 degrees outside. You talking about you can't be on here long. Where you going? Where you going? Ha! There you go. Black is power. Yes, I see you. Salute. Y'all know what time it is. Book club time. Todd talking about he breaking out. Ooh, yo, I got some fine moderators. I'm telling you. Brown girl. Tiara. Oh, sweet Jesus. I'll be around. Surrounding myself with pure greatness. I tell you. Y'all just don't know. He probably outside getting frostbite. Yeah, I don't know what he doing. I don't know what he doing. He ready to go. He ready, but we're going to make sure we have a good bill tonight. So when he gets a chance to watch the replay, you know, he won't feel as if he missed anything. E, what up? Salute, salute. Brownsville. Brownsville. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, she gonna salute T, but she ain't gonna salute me. I hear that. Uh-oh. Sharon Murray. Salute. I love you for coming. I love you for coming. Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All compliments is deserved. You got your coffee, your homemade biscuits. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. You got 5 layers on in the crib. Well, only reason why I'm cold is because I'm in the back. I'm in my little spot right here, you know? Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Give me a salute, huh? That's right. It's 16 in the town right now, degrees. But listen, it's not like we haven't been through it. We just been spoiled for a few winters. Different shifts. They got my people, man, with the manual labor on the weekends. Oh my, I'm gonna have to shift Saturday night then. I can't do that. Come on now. I need my people in the building. You dig? Uh, okay. Okay. Mentorship. I'm here. I'm here. Wait, hold on. Joel said the best heat is that night heat, but night is getting ready to be out of here. Voodoo glitch. Salute, Buddha, what up? Nitura's about to be out of here. Y'all don't know that? Oh, yeah, there's going to be no more Nitura. No more Nitura. That's the plan. That's the plan. Rizzo, what's good? What's good? He said it's sold. Yeah, they trying to sell all of it. All right. Foreman, what's up? No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. They probably knocked the older ones down, but some of the most reachable ones like Penn Workman, who was just completed in 1973 may still be around, you know? You said missing the bill shifts the energy. Got you. Got you. So that means you need to come through more often during the week. Huh? Yeah. Let's keep that energy. Huh? Come on now. What we doing? I told you we building. We writing a book. Okay. All right, Shane. Well, hit the DM. Let's see what's going on. They already built a new one in the middle of Van Dyke. What you talking about? The one that's on what is it? 405 Dumont? You talking about that joint? Brandon Washington. Salute, King. Hurt Blessings TV. Salute, salute. That was a good build. Really? Yeah, the one on Dumont, E. You like that Black is Power? You like that build? That was a build I was talking about with Doggy for the last few days. I wanted to get that out and get that off because it's serious. Yeah, I saw it, E. I saw it. But what's crazy is they built that like that. I'm telling you, if you wasn't out there and you just happened to go through, you didn't even see them put it together. That's how fast. When they want to do things, that's how fast they can get it done. You understand? So that lets you know that government doesn't care about you at all. They're looking for what benefits them. And then they're going to be selective about who's inside, selective about how it's ran, how much input they put in it. Good night. Q from the BK. Am I wearing the right thing out there in the UK? This is English Laundry shirt. So I need to know, is English Laundry a good brand to wear out there? If not, I'll toss it. I'll toss it. You dig what I'm saying? Check and believe. I'll toss it. You know, because I got a couple of these English Laundry shirts because I like the details in there. I like how they put their little buttons and they have the little, branding and different. Look at the collar, huh? The purple paisley joint, nice, not too gaudy, something real slick. So I need to know if y'all don't rock English Laundry out there in the UK, I'll get rid of it real quick. Okay, I'll get rid of it. And it's purple. So you know I'm royal. You dig? LA Fit Club. Hold on now. What was built on Dumont? 405. It's either 405 or 504 Dumont. They got a whole new building up right there. Right there. Right there. As soon as you come across over by Full Bazaar, you make that right there off of Junior's, bang! Brand new building. Brand new building. Boy, I swear, it'll bite you. It's nice, it's real slick, it's mature. Okay, this is a mature brand out there because I got a couple of them now. All right, I got a couple of them. Yeah. All right, so good, it's slick, it's mature. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right. So listen, we're going to get in the book club. Come on now, because look, we 10 minutes in. We got 30 people in the building. Ooh, Chocolate Divine, what up? What up? What's going on? I see you. I see you. I see you. You know? And we got to talk. After book club, we're going to talk. All right? So make sure you got your IG on, because my IG's off right now. Once I get off, even if it's for 10 minutes, we got to holler. All right? Black is Power, was those gators you had on your IG. Oh yeah, no doubt. Never seen gators that color, huh? Double A vibes. I already said I got the English laundry on. Shout out to the UK. All right. Brooklyn Chump. What up, what up? Peace and blessings. What's good? Talk about growing our own food. I gotta do a build on that. Not Saturday night. I gotta do a build on that. All right. Gotta do a build on that. Yes. Yeah, those gators, man, with the gator belt. Come on now. Got the listen, nobody seen it. I know you didn't see it because I got the secret store. And it was you know, those are 16 years old. So you normally pull them out for special occasions. Thomas says, what's up? Huh? I'm telling you. And I put them out. You look so good, brown girl. God bless you, sister. See? See? Hold on. We ain't look. This ain't this look. This ain't the spot. Nah, I ain't no Stacey Adams. Nah, I don't rock no. Man, I ain't never seen no Stacey Adams look like that. You dig? That's right. Now, lady gators. Official. Yeah, Val, you got to break out with all that. Nah. Nah, salute, Thomas. That's right. You got to break out. We ain't having all that. Let me get in this book quick, because this ain't no dating site. We gonna cut that out. Yeah, ain't no Stacey Adams neither. I don't wear them. At all. At all. Yeah, brown girl, you can chuckle all you want. You can chuckle all you want. Almighty, salute. Salute, V. Gibb, what up? What up, V. Gibb? Tell them how many days. Tell them how many days. Tell them how many months, V. Gibb. Huh? Yeah, ain't no love connection, V. But over here, nah. Think he gonna come up over here? Look at that V. Gibb, 177. Huh? 177. V. Gibb got 177 days. 6 months next Friday, clean and sober. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't miss any of the book club, Thomas S. You see how they coming in here. You see what kind of family we got right here. Everybody want to get their little stuff off before we get up into it. Nah, I ain't flirting in here, Devon. No, I ain't. Look, ain't nobody coming up. I ain't coming up. Y'all gonna cut that out. Yes, V Gibbs. Everybody salute V Gibbs. Everybody give V Gibbs the purple hearts. You see that 6 months sober next Friday. This is what we talking about. Huh? This is what we talking about. Salute, yes, salute. We talking about that. This is what we talking about. Huh? Come on. This is how we move, man. This is what tribe is about. You dig? Love. Consistent encouragement. Letting them know that, yo, not alone in this struggle. Not alone in this struggle. No, it ain't it's not easy in any day. Hey, Kenny Max, salute, but it's definitely not easy now when you are being, we are being attacked consistently. Consistently, we are under attack. All day, every day. Even if you are in your best, 1000%, it is very hard to maintain, right? Because, we are human. We human. We're going to hurt. We're going to cry. We're going to feel like it's too heavy. You dig? You looking around and there's no immediate support. You're going to feel that. So you got to be re-energized. Where you going to be re-energized if you don't have a tribe to come to and express that? Salute, Lamar. Salute. It's outside you. Peace, peace. Where you going to go? Where you gonna go if everyone is lying to you, if everybody's trying to take from you, if everybody's trying to attack you, and attacks are not only physical but mental. Yeah, you gotta pull. Nah, no diversion. You gotta make it through. Make it through. You understand? You gotta push that through. Because I'm telling you, it's like I told him, I'm telling all of y'all, it's a little monster. Negative self-talk is a little monster, little ugly shit. Like real ugly. And they start whispering in your ear, you can't make it. Or you got this shit beat. Just take a little drinky drink. Take a little sniffy sniff. Ain't nobody looking. Go ahead, go ahead. That little bullshit. Little monster. As soon as you fall victim, he laughing, chuckling, laughing. Straight up. Straight up. Little punk ass monsters. Right? Look at East. 26 years strong. I already told you about my pops. My pop was finished. I mean, done off. And I didn't even know to what degree. I'm thinking it was just alcohol. You dig what I'm saying? But he battling heroin, all that. To where, he was like at bottom. And it was nothing that I can do. But I never disrespected him. I always pulled for him. And when he was at his bottom, I was at my bottom. He was at his bottom. He's coming to court. I'm fighting. I'm on trial for my life. And I'm saying, don't come. Because I know what's going to happen. I got to go through this ride. I know what's going to happen to me. Y'all not ready for it. Y'all not built for it. I'm the only one who ever was behind bars in my entire family. So I'm at my bottom. And I'm not going to trial looking spiffy. I'm going in the image of every other wild, unlearned, my hair was out, wild, going to trial in the t-shirt, and flannel shirts, disrespecting the whole system. You understand? And then when I got convicted, thank you, Joels. Hold on, y'all. I commented on the Fatherhood Village channel if they can do a show with you. Salute, most appreciated. So, I got convicted and it broke the family. I mean, broke them. Broke my mom, my sister, my pops, everybody. And I'm trying to tell them don't come because nobody was really there. My sister was out of town hustling. My mom was a traveling nurse at the time, so she wasn't really in NYC like that. My pops was at his worst, and that was at his bottom. He said he couldn't stand there and watch what was taking place. And he just couldn't help me. He said that shit broke him. He said he never picked up another drink after that. The last time he went to rehab and to a treatment facility, that was it. Never took anything after that. And by the time I came home, he was getting his master's degree. And I just made it. I was at his graduation ceremony from yeshiva. I mean, right there. Salute, King Rocks. Salute, King Rocks. Nick, what's up? Angry B, what's good? And I was right there, and I'll never forget that. Because I got to the town. My mom was sick, terminally ill. None of us knew at the time. My pops was graduating from yeshiva, right, with his master's degree in social work. And whole turnaround. And now to this day, he done worked, like I said, he worked and ended up retiring. But before he retired, and he just retired last year before last, with highest degree he could get as a master social worker in the state of New York. You understand? And before he retired, he was working with St. Luke's. He was a counselor for them. And as soon as I hit the town, I'm going to his job and stuff and sitting in groups, you know, watching groups and not knowing that soon I would be doing the same type of work, right? 'Cause remember when I first touched the town, I was personal trainer, right? Doing that. I had no inclination of doing anything as far as social work was concerned. So I would go to his groups, and at the time I was, selling my memoir, self-published memoir. So I would go through. Some of the guys had, seen a copy on my pop's desk, and they would ask, and I would send him copies, and he would give it to them, and I would go certain group members I would speak to because he was getting individuals too that was coming straight from right from up out of the plantations, POs and all that. Yo, you got to take and stay in treatment. So I would meet them and let them know, and they would ask, yo, how do you stay in the town? How do you, listen, you just have to make sure that you got a knowledge of your potential to be greater. And they wouldn't get it. You understand? So, long story short, yeah, salute. Social work is mean. Not nothing that you're gonna get paid handsomely for. You gotta be committed. So, once I got into, like I said, everything is divine order. I was doing again, if you ever did personal training, when times get tough, you the first person that they kick up off the budget list. So you need 20, 30 clients to remain consistent because it's certain shit. Oh, I don't need no training no more. I don't even need to work out. You out of there. So it's hard to sustain and really earn an income from it. Or doing that, sometimes I'll be up 10, 15 clients. Sometimes I'll be down to 2 or 3. As soon as my daughter was beginning school, she was already in. Matter of fact, she had went to yeshiva, and it was free, so she was in there for Head Start for 2 years, and as soon as she was going into kindergarten, that's when one of the homies who had a nonprofit hit my phone. That same day she started school, I started working for what was Operation Ceasefire at the time. Now we went from Operation Ceasefire to the Cure Violence Program. Now it's what they want to call Crisis Management Systems. Big Will, what up? So I went from working, being trained, to training others all throughout the city, to leaving them, then coming back to them to partake in the hospital responder piece, to working in the ER with some of the top surgeons in Kings County, and from that to transitioning into, being in an office and training in anger management, to being an anger management facilitator, to working in also doing domestic violence. From domestic violence and anger management and parenting skills to doing that for 2, 3 years, to doing what I do. So, watching my pops and seeing his struggle and how he came up out of that and still struggling, to this day. Once you in that space, once you're an addict, it's consistent work and you need consistent support. Salute, Selves. What up, Bev? I see you, Bev. Anthony, PA in the house. Was good. Nelson, I see you, Nels. You dig? So, it's consistent work. So when V Gibson is telling you, V Gibbs is telling you 6 months clean, 6 months clean. It's a consistent struggle, but you gotta be there. You gotta be in the pocket. And like they said in the chat, intentional. You have to be intentional and in the presence. You dig? So look, salute. It's 25 minutes, man. We done rambled on. Y'all been flirting. Y'all done did everything y'all could do with each other. And y'all gonna get spanked for that. Oh, trust and believe. Y'all gonna get spanked for that. So listen, when you're coming in, like, share. You dig what I'm saying? New thing. And I'm still haven't put the Cash App hashtag out yet, because I know once I do it, a lot of people gonna start following suit. And again, I am a man of ideas and inspiration, so I don't own it. It comes through me, I utilize it, but I know what's gonna happen. Once I put this hashtag in effect, you're gonna see it everywhere. So Cash App $1 and a share. That's the shit. A buck and a share. Share the videos. I don't care how many times you screen record it, where you put it at. Boom. Do what you do with it. The information is not just for us, it's for everybody, because all of us, you dig what I'm saying? All of us have the ability to save somebody else. People wait until they hit bottom to change their ways. What's your thoughts on that? Some people need to hit bottom, some don't. Some, it's a quick awakening. Others have to hit bottom to change. We all don't absorb information and process it at the same time. We just don't. So some are going to be awakened prior to hitting their bottom. Others may hit their bottom and never bounce back from it. You understand? Everybody has a different time. Divine order. If it's in your divine order to get right and to make moves, it shall be done. If it's in your divine order to not come up out of it, what can we do? You understand? What can we do? So let's get busy. As you know, if you are new here, Supreme, salute, peace and power, Almighty. You know, um, I don't know. So listen, if you don't know, Asada is the first book for our Saturday night book club. Why? Because Asada is the foundation of liberation. Study of her contribution, her work, and her story is something that all liberators have to not only read, research, but process and digest in order to be true revolutionary and be part of the vanguard. You understand? She is not only somebody who fought, captured, injured, imprisoned, and then liberated, but she is also an absolute queen. That is what it is. And this is why we always begin with this. We always begin with it. So, as you know, many who are in the book club have finished it. And we also are, taking time to allow people to read and join with us as we do it collectively. Salute, salute, King, salute. So last week we spoke on where she was in Jersey in the men's prison, how they were treating her, what condition. You remember the letter that was written for her and others, right? By attorneys such as the great Lennox Hines and the National Alliance Against Racism and the Commission for Racial Justice, of the United Church of Christ, right? They, all these uh, organizations that they had back then in order to support the movements and what was going on, you know. Um, it is essential, very essential for us to recognize what we are up against. I always tell everyone, once you make certain statements, there's no coming back from that. When you say things like, I'm a man, I am a woman, I am a revolutionary, right? I want to be liberated. You understand? You're making specific statement in your stance. And once you stand in that manner and you start to manifest those actions, you have to know that you are awakening your enemy to who you are. So you have to accept the repercussions. You have to begin to build up a tolerance against any attack that come your way. It could be your job, your career. They can attack that. It could be physically. They could attack you physically. It could be through the justice system. They can attack you that way. But know that once you make these stands, you do not enjoy the benefits that others do who fall in line, right, with the enemy, who falls in line with the oppressors, who fall in line with specific institutions and doctrines. So you have to understand what you are saying when you make these claims, but also understand others for what they don't say and for what they do say, so you can know who your enemy is. Understand? Then you start to learn how to section and group people off based on what they do. Right? Not only what they, because some are smart, they remain silent. But if you watch where they work, who they work for, what they do, where they go, where they don't go, we are easily able to pick them out. Understand? So this is what we do as we build our tribe. This is what we do as we awaken as many as we can. And this is what we do to reaffirm each other and help each other during the struggle. But it's going to be a struggle, trust and believe. And we have to welcome it. You got to welcome the struggle, just like we got to welcome how cold it is outside. Oh, it's brick outside. You freeze your goddamn grippers off for 2 minutes out there. But you got to embrace that and welcome that struggle in order to enjoy what's to come in spring and winter. So again, in order, you understand, for you to enjoy true liberation, true freedom, a free dome, to be able to think on your own, to create on your own, to bargain and barter on your own. In order to enjoy that, you gotta welcome the struggle. All right? You have to welcome the struggle. Simple as that. That's right, the most important. That's right. Say he the most potent weapon of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Stephen Biko. You did? Come on now. So let's get down with the get down. That's where we was at. And she was talking about the lights, and I explained about my uh belief with the fluorescent lights and things of that nature. I never, ever turned the lights off wherever I was. I don't care if I was on Rikers Island. I don't care if I was in a dome. I don't care if I was a cell. I don't care if I was up north and I had my own controller. I never turned lights off. I slept with the lights on. If I don't even care if it was against the rules, against policy. Even when I was in NAP, when lights out is lights out. Listen, keep them on. I'm not playing. Send me to the box. Whatever you gotta do, I keep my light on. Why? Phobia of everything that can crawl. Roaches, water bugs, mouse, mice, anything. I just don't do it. And people have to come get me and let me see them if you want to get me. You're not going to creep on me in the dark. Nah, that's not going to happen. So I always had lights on. It throws people off. It just does. So, I was, person that very used to that. You understand? So, we spoke about her and she didn't, yeah. So, they was even, looking in there like when she was going to the bathroom and stuff. Simple, it just got to be a mess. So, we stopped at that paragraph, right? Where they said, they kept me under those blinding lights for days. I felt like I was going blind. I was seeing everything in doubles and triples. When Evelyn, my lawyer, came to see me, I complained. Finally, after Evelyn accused them of torture, they turned the lights off at 11. But every 10 or 15 minutes, they would shine a huge floodlight into the cell. Right? Then the trial started. First, motions were argued. Practically all of our motions were denied. All the prosecutions were granted. Then jury selection began before Judge John E. Bachman. When they brought in the first jury panel, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. There were only a few blacks speckled here and there, and the panel looked more like a lynch mob than a jury. Most of the jurors openly glared at us as if they would kill us if they could. Half said they thought we were guilty. The other half, although they didn't say it right out, answered questions like they believed more or less that we probably were guilty. I was convinced some of them deliberately lied just to get on the jury and convict us. Most of the few black people excused themselves on the grounds of hardship. They had children, families, jobs, and simply could not afford to be on a lengthy jury trial. If ever there was a case of the blues, I had it. Do something, I kept telling my lawyers. Do something. What can we do? The lawyers would ask. We're doing the best we can. It was true, but I just could not accept it. This was my life they were talking about. Oh, I must have bugged the lawyers to death. Now, what's real funny about this page right here, and triggering as well, is if you don't know, and I really don't speak much about my case and um how I made it back. Um, I had a jury trial as well. I had a jury trial as well. Um, and jury selection um, is crazy. You have to experience it firsthand. Um, and people who believe in the justice system, will tell you, that we have power in it. And that's the only time you can exert your power is if you are called to jury duty. Um, and again, you have to what? Be a registered voter, you know, uh, in order to get selected, right? Register for selective service, all these little different things that people sort of ignore. And until you are on trial for your life, you really feel how that affects you. So now, the Brooklyn, well, I wasn't a kid at the time, I was in my 20s. So, as a Brooklyn dude going to trial in Manhattan and seeing, right, the jury pool come in, and actually how it operates, it's like, whoa, okay, now I see what they're getting at. Manhattan, because it's, all these different people coming through the pool. You see a lot of white people, Spanish people, Asian people, black people. So now they're coming in, and uh, they don't get presented with the full case, but they get presented with a bunch of questions and answers to see if they are actually your peers and to see if they have any biases. So you have to know what kind of questions to ask and things of that nature. You understand? So, I'm telling you right now, I still believe to this day, if I was in Brooklyn, if I'd have caught the case in Brooklyn, it would never went to trial. We just don't give it up like that. I wouldn't even have been indicted because the indictment was garbage, but that's neither here or there. Going through the pool, they're asking people questions. And they ask all type of questions. You get to ask questions via your lawyer, whether it's a legal aid or paid attorney. Doesn't matter. You asking them questions. You get 15 strikes. So that means when these pools of people coming in, you get 15 strikes, the district attorney who is going against you get 15 strikes, and the judge can strike anybody they want to if they feel that they can be biased or that they have biases that will prevent you from getting a fair and impartial trial. You hear all type of stuff. Oh man. You start to, again, like she said, now they coming in for her. She's in Jersey. You know what she already got. She's in the papers. Murder on police. Whoop-de-woo. So, you know how Jersey is. You know the makeup of it is. So she going to only get that. And that's the same thing that happens with all these cases that we've been seeing ever since. Okay, because we can't go back to Eleanor Bumpers and all that, because that really wasn't no trial and things. But let's say since Trayvon, and they get these jury panels in these counties, and you could say go back to Rodney King, right? They have this, so that's why they try to change venues, which means move the case from one district to the next to try to get these juries or get a fair trial going on. I had people, you want people who think. The DA doesn't. He want people that's not going to think, that's going to move off of emotions based on the charges, you know? Remember I had this chick who said she was a pet psychologist. I mean, she talks to animals and can counsel them and make them feel better mentally. Oh shit, I want her. Yeah. So I'm not gonna strike her. I'm like, yeah, she can sit down. DA Bamto. She out of here. What it, yo. And that's how it happens. So now you see black people breaking out on you like this. No, I don't want to. Like she said, a hardship. Why can't I have no babysitter? I got kids. You got Spanish people coming through. Oh, me no speak no English and all type of shit. You like, yo, what? Because you want as many as your peers there. Young people coming through usually get sent home. You out of here. Straight up. Young people get shot up out of there. Why? Because young people think. Young people may have had familiar run-ins with law enforcement, things. They don't want young people. That's why I tell you, young people are so powerful. You understand? So Spanish people breaking out. I'm like, this, damn. So you end up with a jury full of all whites. One thing, and I'm going to tell you real quick because I don't want to go too far into this, but there was a specific surgeon, which is ironic. He said he was the head surgeon at Bellevue. And you can look it up. Google my case, take my name, Karim Johnson, and my crimey, Chance Sharper. I don't hide nothing. Chance Sharper, Karim Johnson, State of New York versus. And it's going to come up. That's the first thing that's going to come up. So you're going to see our appeal. You're going to see the case and everything. All right? Dude was a surgeon, head surgeon of Bellevue. He specifically said they're guilty. Anybody who sits over there is guilty. I work with police and DAs every day. There is nothing that you can say to me that's going to make me believe they're innocent. They're guilty. But no bullshit. So I'm like, oh, judge got to strike this dude. Judge don't strike him. I'm like, yo, hold up. What do you mean? Strike him. Yo, they question him again. The judge questioned him. My attorney questioned him. The DA questioned him. Dude was like, listen, I'm telling you, police are my friends. You're talking about this is what transpired. They was shooting. They had a high-speed chase from Midtown Manhattan almost to New Jersey. I'm telling you, he over there, they're guilty. Nobody strike this doctor, this surgeon. So what I had to do, I had to strike him. Boom! But when I strike him and say he's out of here, right, he's gone. But because I used that was my last strike, I still had more jury to pick. So now, if somebody's prejudiced, I can't get rid of them. And if the judge don't get rid of them, now somebody's prejudiced on my jury, you violated my constitutional right to a fair trial. That little bullshit, no matter what else went on during the trial, that bullshit got me a new case. They had to throw that conviction out and restart the process all over. But it wasn't that simple. I had to blow trial, get sentenced, go upstate for 3 years. You dig what I'm saying? Come back down because now it went to the appellate court, which is right there, the Supreme Court in First Department of Manhattan, which took them 6.5 months out of them 5 judges to decide if I should get a new trial. Out of that 6 months, 3 of them said he deserves a new trial. 2 of them says I don't. So I go back down. Those 2 give the DA room and say, you know what? We need to try this case again under these conditions. Now the case got to go up to New York Supreme Court with the big judges. You understand what I'm saying? Now 5 of them. That process took another 1.5 years. You understand what I'm saying? So now that whole 2 years, I'm still on Rikers Island in custody. When the Supreme Court of New York get that case, they split 3-2 in my favor. And that when they read the case, it took them 4 months to decide. And she just passed away. Supreme Justice Judith S.K. was the one on there who said, no, they got to get a new trial. One of the most liberal judges, because once you in this mix, you start to know what judges, what decisions they drop down. You stay in the law library, you know the books and all that. One of the most liberal dudes voted against it. I was like, wow, son, you was trying to finish the kid. So that's what got me home. That's why picking jury is so important, and you would rather a jury trial than a judge trial. If you ever hear judge trial, the fix is in, because now that gives the judge the discretion instead of your peer group. So when she's telling you this, right, this is what happens. You dig? And this is common with all of the Black Panther Party member trials. All of them. Because remember, we're in a different time, a different era back then, a different space. So all the jury pools is flooded with these individuals. And we just have to understand that we are under a system of racism, a system with these institutions. You dig what I'm saying? You have to understand that. So now when you having these trials and you watching and the theatrics is going on, yo, you don't want no parts of that. So we always have to remember to encourage our children to stay up out of a life of crime. You got to. You can never give up on your children. Men can never resort to living that type of lifestyle again because you're done off at that point. It's different when you have political institutions and political trials going on and you get that comes with it. But when you're doing petty criminality shit, sticking up stores, robbing each other, fighting in the street, beating on your woman, all type of dumb shit, setting fires, stealing cars, scamming, swiping. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on now. You gotta understand. You have to understand. You gotta know your worth. You have to know your worth. And so out of, a 25 plus year sentence, I ended up doing almost 10 just to get back in the street. And that was lucky because when I blew trial, I was in the Beacon. If you don't know, the Beacon is a building on Rikers Island, but it was top security at the time. So it's 48 people in the housing unit, in the cell housing unit. Out of 48 people, 46 of us blew trial that year. 46 of us blew trial that year. The only ones out of that 46 people that blew trial that I seen come back down on appeal was me and my co-defendant. So trust, it's not that easy. It is not that easy. Easy to get up in there, hard to get up out. You understand? The jurors was handpicked for the OJ trial. Shit, our jurors was handpicked too. All the jurors, listen, you sitting there. If only certain people are coming through that pool, that's it. It's like when they start telling you that and you looking and you seeing, I knew Trayvon shit was the fix. You just gotta see it. And you try to, just look at it and see how it's gonna fall. Even if they even get charged, it's a lot with it. So if you're not, salute, Derek. If you're not, peace, Colleen. If you're not, I'm telling you, if you're not living on purpose, oh man, be ready. Be ready for years of grief, years of misery. And why? Back then, all I had to deal with was maybe racist COs. Us, I could always deal with us, gangs, come on. I go up against the system. So what an average individual knows, is nothing. I run through the average individuals, 3 or 4, easy. I keep something sharp on me all the time. So that's all that I had to really think about when surviving it, because I don't get into bullshit. I don't go through certain hazards that other dudes do when in the system. Dealing with the homos, dealing with drugs, gambling, all that. That ain't me. So I can, we're going to be able to do that. But now, look what you're facing. Now you're facing all of that and some airborne virus. So who the fuck wants to be involved in a life of crime? Now, what's the return? What's the payback? Because at least on here outside, again, you could be having your worst day. You can have your worst days, weeks, months. It only take a split second for your entire life to change around. You can protect yourself against anything. Even if you have the highest anxiety levels, you could put 3 or 4 masks on. You ain't even gotta go outside if you can find a way to make an income off of this. You understand? So why risk it all when you could go in there and be completely vulnerable to everything? It makes no sense. Understand? Makes no sense whatsoever. So again, that's what she's talking about when she's talking about the jury pools and feeling, you feel completely out of pocket. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. At all. You dig? So again, she says, and we continue. I must have bugged the lawyers to death. Object to this, object to that, I would tell them. Our objection is already on the record. Well, object again anyway. I was outraged, trapped, and helpless. Whenever a juror said something that revealed out and out prejudice, the judge would try to clean it up. Poor Ray Brown, one of the defense lawyers, caught most of my fire. I want you to object. On what basis, he would ask. Don't you see it? The judge is asking leading questions. But the judge is legally allowed to ask leading questions during jury selection. Well, object anyway. I knew nothing about law then. I had never even seen a trial. I just couldn't understand how the judge could be so blatantly prejudiced in favor of the prosecution, and there was nothing we could do about it. Why can't y'all be like Perry Mason? I asked the lawyers jokingly. Did you ever see Perry Mason defend a black defendant? Ray Brown answered. You see, Sundiata was a lifesaver. He would try to calm me down and would explain what and explain what to expect. Logically, I accepted whatever he said, but I was still frantic. We just can't let ourselves be railroaded, I'd say, coming up with one wild idea after another. Sundiata would patiently explain why none of my fantastic ideas would work. After a while of participating in my own legal lynching, I became convinced that Sundiata and I should fire the lawyers and defend ourselves. In that way, we wouldn't be tied to those stupid rules and we could say anything we wanted to. That's not true, Sundiata told me. Even if you defend yourself, you're still bound by their rules. How am I supposed to know the rules? I'm not a lawyer, and I still have a constitutional right to defend myself. True, but you still have to play according to their rules or they can bind and gag you. Look at what they did to Bobby Seale. Every time I looked up at that jury box, I'd argue the point again. But I also knew that I didn't know one thing about the law, and it was hard to picture myself actually defending myself. Evelyn was always repeating the old cliche that a person who defends himself has a fool for a lawyer. As we came closer and closer to completing the selection of the jury, I became more and more upset. Then one day, a kid who couldn't have been more than 20 was being examined as a potential juror. He spilled the beans. The judge asked him if he had an opinion of the case, and he said, "They say she's guilty." The judge questioned him further, and he blurted it all out. The prospective jurors in the jury room were talking about the case, although they had been ordered not to discuss it. The judge asked, what were they saying? "They say she's guilty." "Only Miss Chesimard?" the judge asked. "They're saying they're black. They're guilty." At that moment, the lawyers were all on their feet, talking a mile a minute. They demanded a complete investigation of what was going on in the jury room. They wanted the juror asked more questions. They wanted the jurors to whom he talked questioned. You see what I'm saying? You understand how that works and how that's working? Come on now. Yes, definitely free Sundiata. That's right. Still there, in case you didn't know. He's still incarcerated. He's still captured. Still political prisoner. If you didn't know that. Oh yeah. That's right. He's still there. Yes. Repeat it again. Repeat it again, comrade. Yes, he's still there. All right? This is 2022. 2022. He's still there. All right? Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, very cold. Very cold. You dig? Um, let's continue. At that moment, right? The judge immediately realized the boy had opened a can of worms. He did everything he could to avoid opening the can any further, but it had gotten out of his control. He finally agreed to conduct an impartial investigation. This time, when he questioned the jurors, he was very careful to downplay the gravity of what was going on in the jury room. But the other jurors substantiated what the boy had said. Our lawyers filed a motion asking that the jury be selected from another county because we couldn't get a fair trial in Middlesex. The assignment judge, not Judge Backman, was to decide the motion. Meanwhile, the trial was stopped. Evelyn told me the decision. The assignment judge had determined that it was in fact true that we couldn't get a fair trial in Middlesex County. The jury was to be picked from Morris County. "Where's that?" I asked Evelyn. She said she hadn't the faintest idea. Then Ray Brown came in. "Where in the world is Morris County?" I asked him. "Well," he said, "I'll tell you, Morris County was almost completely white, with very few black people and even fewer Hispanics and Asians." "What does that mean? Are there 10% black people, 5%, or what?" "A whole lot fewer." "A jury of your peers," Evelyn said bitterly. "We can do it," I asked. What can we do?" I asked. "We'll just have to wait and see." "Can't we get the trial moved somewhere else where there are more black people?" "We can try, but don't get your hopes up too high." I was coming back to earth and fast. The trial had been postponed for about a month until January because they needed time to secure the jail in Morristown in Morris County. Maybe, I thought, the lawyers will come up with something by then. I really didn't expect too much, but it seemed like such an obvious trick, such an obvious ploy to ensure that we didn't receive a fair trial by a jury of our peers that I thought maybe something could be done about it. I was naive in those days. I knew it in theory, but I had not seen enough to accept the fact that there was absolutely no justice whatsoever for black people in America. I still had some hope left, but they had taken something that was supposed to help us and turned it against us. They had used the law to abuse the law. Now, all we have to do, our reason, is get the facts and figures and prove that they are trying to deny us a fair trial. How little did I know. Here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It gets funky. It gets funky, it gets funky, it gets funky. That concludes chapter 3. All right, chapter 4 is next. Listen, when I'm telling you, it gets funky. Oh, it gets so funky. Question is, what are we going to do? Hey, M. West, what are we going to do? How are we going to stand? Listen now. 77, 78. You understand what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. We still doing this. We still find ourselves in a space where we are not speaking to each other in a manner of which that we can get goals set, where we are realizing and recognizing our potential to be greater, to stop allowing ourselves, right, to be picked off, to falling victim to drugs, falling victim to alcohol, falling victim, right, to our mental imbalances, falling victim to the law of capitalism. What are we going to do differently? Why are we still using this as a point of reflection to the best time that we had? Understand that. Those who are conscious, those who are aware, those who are woke, those who are focused, we still have to go back to this very small space in time. I want you to understand the Black Power movement was a very small space in time. We're talking about from 66 to 72, 73. Small space in time. And what? And we struggle to find information. We struggle to find truth about these individuals. We struggle to still find our placement into how can we proceed next? How do we move forward? We research, we analyze, we watch, and we don't make the same errors. That is how we move forward. That is a must. That's a must. Yes, Angel, a short run, but effective, galvanizing. You understand? Now, how do we move forward? We can't accept lies. We can't accept trick knowledge. You understand? We have to be more stealth. We have to utilize the technologies in a different way. And we have to be even more committed because we know what's at stake. You dig me? You dig what I'm saying? If not, if not, we risk suffering the same exact fate. That's where we at with it. I'm telling you, that's where we at with it. And we have to broaden our scope. We have to broaden our research. We have to buckle down. We have to be truly committed and resolute. Because remember, they didn't have social media. They couldn't speak so freely overseas and so quickly. New York couldn't speak to Cali like that instantaneously and tell you who's the rat, who's the agent, who's the snitch, who's not committed. Instantly. 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 Cancel culture wasn't no cancel culture back then. It was canceling ass. Straight up. Straight up. No cancel culture. We canceling ass if you out of pocket. You understand? Serious. Seriously. No games played. Your character was out of alignment. Your integrity was questioned. Dudes sat you in your pocket. Sat you in your pocket. What do you mean by canceling what? You don't know? Who sent you? Don't play games. You don't know what I mean. You don't belong in here. Straight up. Straight up. This is what we dealing with. I don't know. I may deal with somebody else, somewhere else, but not here. Remember, a buck in a share. That's what we talking about. A buck in a share. We building our tribe. Straight like that. Come on now. What do you want to do? You have the power to do it. Nah, he out of here. Straight up. All right? What do you want to do? How do you want it done? That's it. That's it. How do you want it done? How do you want it done? And again, not be triggered. Not be triggered. Trust and believe. Not be triggered. Understand that we're in a different space now. I say it all the time. We are in a different space. We have too much at our disposal. We have to organize effectively. You understand? We do. We have to organize very, very effectively to get it done. That's what we have to do. And we got to put that down. We got to get it down. But look, I don't want to, because this is they never monetize any of these bills with Saturday night. They don't monetize it because of the content. And I'm hearing too much. I don't know if y'all hear it, but they kind of bugging out there. And it's a lot of sounds. And once that happens, as far as that, they may get it. So again, if you've been screen recording, good, screen record. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is bounce on over. So it's 82 in the building. Definitely appreciate all y'all. $1 and a share. Definitely share it. Let the kids see it. Do what you do. 122 likes. Appreciate it. Don't know how it happened, but appreciate it. 80, only 80 people in the spot. But we getting ready to go over to Instagram real quick. I have a quick discussion I have to have with somebody, but then we can build further on. So I appreciate everybody coming, sitting here with me Saturday night. Definitely salute to all y'all for that. We know what we doing. We building our tribe and doing what we do. All right. So boom, I'm bouncing to Instagram. I'll be there shortly after I make a couple of calls, and we'll see what we can get into tonight. You dig? Let's see what we can get into tonight. Let's cause some ruckus. Let's build. Let's get some explosions. Let's elevate some hearts and minds and bodies. You dig? So if you're not following me on the gram, you dig? My moderator's already been putting it in all night. When I got some fine moderators, but I ain't letting y'all see. And if catch you trying to get with one of my moderators, yeah, yeah, yeah. As Miss Jerry says, it's gonna be you and me. All right. E want to talk about that? I could talk about it, E, but briefly, because I don't want no pushback from that, and not direct pushback, but I got people that still work for the city. You dig? Straight like ain't no stop it. Look. Salute, peace and power. All power to the people to struggle. Remember, once on Instagram, the same thing. Same as my Cash App, Bliz 155. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Believe in my belief in you. All right? Salute, salute.